You guys got married at 18, right?
Yeah.
Like literally right
Fresh
after
out
high
of high
school.
school.
Can we talk about that? That is
Absolutely.
crazy.
Yeah, it was, I mean, it sounds so crazy, which it is, but at the same time, we started dating when we were 14. Like freshman year of high school, we were 14, and we dated all throughout high school without breaking up or having any problems at all. So then once we were 18, well, and we were waiting for marriage because we're, Christian and everything. And so that was probably...
We were ready.
We were definitely ready to get married, but we were also already together for 4 years. So it wasn't like...
It just felt like natural. Like, okay, like now that we're adults, we want to move in together.
It's like, what else are we going to do?
What was that conversation like with your parents when you're in high school and saying, yeah, mom and dad, I'm going to get married as a high schooler?
Okay, me growing up LDS, I feel like that's like common-ish.
Okay.
At least like... We grew up in Northern California, so maybe not like so much in our area, but like in the religion, I feel like people get married young because they're waiting. But I remember you went to like a wedding with your family and someone asked if like you were going to be next and you were like, maybe. And your mom was like, oh, you're not getting married till you like graduate college.
Yeah,
and Sam
my mom
was like, well, maybe.
I think my mom was just trying to like protect me from making a bad decision just because, you're young, which it wasn't a bad decision, but it was,
it can definitely.
It could definitely be a bad decision, but I had to definitely talk her into it.
Well, by the time we turned 18, you were probably younger. I feel like by the time we turned 18, she was like very supportive.
I mean, yeah, like she's seen us dating for 4 years, so and like she loves Jess, and so it was. I mean, it was easy. It wasn't like everyone was supportive of it for sure.
So were you wedding planning when you were in high school?
Okay, actually, we graduated like a term early. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay, so our graduating class was 2020. So May 2020 is like when graduation was supposed to be, but we got out December 2019 because we had like enough credits.
So you guys are babies. That's crazy.
Yeah. And well, then like COVID hit too. So like, I feel like you proposed like, it was June. It was June. I always mix them up. June, he proposed, and like COVID had hit in like January. So in California, it was still very like lockdown and everything. So even if we would have still been in school, like I think everything was like canceled anyways or at home.
Wait, okay. So you said you proposed in the summer. So this was after you'd already graduated high school.
Yeah. So we graduated.
Just after.
Graduated in December. I proposed in June of the next year, and then we got married November that same year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was
So
quick.
still,
Yeah.
Wow. Who planned the wedding?
We did.
We
Actually we didn't even have a planner. We planned it.
Yeah, I wish we did have a planner.
Okay, because it was COVID, everything was shut down, especially in California. So we actually just did like kind of like almost like an elopement in Yosemite. It was basically just like our our immediate family, and one photographer was like all they allowed, and we just like got married in November, and then 6 months later in May, we actually had like a wedding with all of our friends and family once things kind of relaxed a little bit. Okay. But we honestly like are so glad it happened like that, because I feel like wedding days can be so stressful, and we feel like
I wouldn't change it for anything.
it was so intimate and just like
I don't remember a day of like our wedding with all of our family just because it's so hectic. But like we already had gotten married, and it was just us and our family and our siblings, and it was it
was a cool experience.
I remember every minute of that day.
That's
but
sweet.
Like nothing really of the wedding,
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
What would your advice be to somebody who is wanting to get married, but then they don't have the money to maybe have a big wedding? Would you just tell them to elope like you guys did?
Honestly, like I tell so many people it's so worth it to just, I mean, obviously having all your family there too, like cousins and having the whole thing is also awesome also. But like if you don't have the money for it, if you don't like want to do all that, I think just
don't feel pressure to have a party for like everyone else. Isn't that like what they say?
Yeah.
I mean, I do feel like I would have like missed having a wedding and having everyone there, so I'm glad we did both. But if you're like looking into just doing something like more intimate beforehand, we really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Who were the voices in your life telling you to not get married? Was it like certain family members or certain friends?
Honestly,
I don't think anybody.
I feel like everyone knew us. Like we dated throughout our entire high school experience, and I feel like everyone just like knew we never like had like a toxic relationship on the outside to anyone either. So I feel like everyone was supportive. It was just kind of like,
I think it would have been weirder if we didn't get married like right out of high school, because everybody just knew that's what
I
was
do
going to happen.
wonder if people that didn't know us very well thought like maybe I was pregnant and that's why we did it fast. But obviously I'm not.
Not what happened.
But I always like told them, I was like, I wonder if people thought because we got married so fast. If
I
like,
bet.
I bet some people maybe wondered, but no.
That's sweet.
And
Well,
living
you
in-
guys, you said you're similar. Like you got married
Yeah,
super
I mean,
young.
I think we had a lot more pushback than you guys did. I think it must have
Really?
just been like the community that we were in, and like nobody had ill intentions. It was just
It wasn't like
as-
about us personally. It was just like, that's just really early. Like that's really young. Like
Yeah.
You know, I will say the one person that did like tell me like you should like really think about this was my grandparents, and they got married at 17 and 19.
No
And they
way.
like worked out great, but they were like, you know, like getting married really young can like turn out bad for a lot of people. I know we did that. I think they were worried about setting like a bad example if like it didn't work out.
like they're like we're responsible.
Which
for
is
this.
totally valid. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
But I forgot
it is
about
pretty
that. I
crazy.
forgot that they were like kind of concerned. And now they're probably like every time we're with them, they're just like, you guys are such a good example.
Yeah.
They're always so sweet.
Sweet.
They're just so
Yeah.
cute.